Mr.
Fraser. Dennis Fraser?
Yes, I remember.
I realize my coming here is probably quite a shock.
Yes, it is. I never expected to see
I'll
you.
leave if you'd like, but I really would like to talk to you.
Yes, please come in.
Thank you.
Let me take your coat.
No, thank you, Mrs. Davidson. I'm only going to stay for a moment.
Well, please sit down.
Thank you. I've wanted to stop by for a long time now. I even started to several times over the last month, but each time I lost my nerve. This afternoon, I decided that it was now or never. I also decided that you deserved to hear what I had to say. It wasn't until I'd already rung the doorbell that I thought how terrible my timing might be. Please forgive me for that.
What is it, Mr. Fraser?
When we last spoke about a year ago, and you forgave me for what I did to your husband and your mother.
Mr. Fraser, can I get you something to drink?
No, thank you. No. Mrs. Davidson, I just wanted to come by and tell you that
Yes?
that was a turning point for me. I'm not ashamed to admit that I cried for a long time after you left. I mean, that was my gut reaction to what you did. A couple of hours later, though, it began to sink in, to register. Your words about God and forgiveness. I couldn't shake them. I kept hearing you say them over and over again, and I couldn't understand how you could forgive me. Me, the person responsible for the death of your husband and your mother. But somehow, I knew that you did forgive me.
I meant every word that I said.
I know you did. And each time I heard you say them over and over again in my mind, the words made more sense. I don't remember what I said exactly, but suddenly I was talking to God and asking Him to forgive me as well. It's very difficult to describe the experience, but I felt God's presence with me as I did it. Do you understand?
Yes, I do, Mr. Fraser.
The only thing I can say for sure about it is that that was probably the most satisfying moment of my life. I felt bathed in total acceptance. Nothing's been the same since. My wife and my little girl had the same experience as a result of my asking Jesus to forgive me of my sins.
That's wonderful.
We've become very active in a church since then. Mrs. Davidson, we are happier than we've ever been.
I'm very glad for you.
I'm also involved with a group that works with drunk drivers. We want to make sure that what happened to your husband and your mother, well,
I understand.
I've talked to a lot of other people like me, and they've come to know God personally as a result of that incident. That's what I had to tell you, Mrs. Davidson. It was horrible, and it shouldn't have happened, but some good has come of it. And I guess I hope that would be of some comfort to you.
It is. Thank you. Hello, honey.
Is something wrong?
Dennis Fraser was just here.
Well, I know that name.
A year ago, New Year's Eve.
Daddy and Grandma?
Yes.
He hurt you?
No. He just took me by surprise, that's all. I mean, he showed me how the Lord can turn any loss into a gain. Any loss.
I'm sorry you're so upset.
I kept telling myself that this night will be the worst. And when it's over, but I just...
Mom? Mom? I can't help you! I'm sorry, but I just can't!
Lori, come back! Come back, honey! It's all right!
Terry? Lori? What in the world's going on? Did I just hear shouting?
I'm afraid so. Dennis Fraser was just here.
What?
Now, it's all right, Ben. I'll explain later. Lori just couldn't handle it. It was so careless of me.
No, it wasn't, Terry. Do you think she'll listen to me?
I think you should try.
Are you okay?
Yeah, go on up.
Lori? Lori, look, I can't make you open this door, but I'd really like to talk to you very much. Lori? Help me, Lord. Please help me.
I suppose you're going to tell me what an insensitive person I am.
No, I came here to tell you how much I love you.
Well, I don't feel very lovable right now. I can't even comfort my own mother. Her pain is too much. I just feel so useless.
Lori, what your mother is feeling right now isn't your fault. I mean, all her emotions are right at the surface. The slightest incident takes on a great deal of significance for her. I mean, that visit by Dennis Fraser was no small thing, and you had no idea.
That's not the point, Ben. I don't care what happened before I went downstairs. My mother needed me, and I let her down. What kind of person have I become?
Well, I refuse to believe that you're anything but the kind, loving woman that I married a little over a year ago.
Don't, Ben.
As far as your mother is concerned, we're just going to have to be patient. The Lord is healing her wounds,
He is, isn't he?
just like always.
Will he heal mine too, Ben?
If you let him, he will. And you want to tell me what happened?
I'm tired. I'm gonna take a nap before dinner.
Peter, you don't understand.
I don't care if that guy has changed. Him coming over here today was insensitive and callous. If I'd have been here, I'd have thrown him out.
Well, then I'm glad that you weren't. He had some very comforting things to say to me, which is more than I can say for your attitude.
I'm sorry. I know it's no excuse, but I guess it's just my way of reacting to this day.
I shouldn't have yelled. I'm sorry. Look, things are tough enough around here without us jumping all over each other.
You know, it's been a year since Dad died, and I still don't know why it happened. The pain's a little further away, I guess, but sometimes, like when you mention Dennis Fraser's name, I just can't believe how quickly it all comes back to me.
I've given up asking why. But the Lord just continues to give me the strength I need to get through those times when the memories are so overwhelming. Like sending Dennis Fraser over here this afternoon. Peter, you're a good son. You and Laurie have been more comfort to me than you probably realize. I look at you and see the result of your fathers and my love for each other. That's quite a blessing.
Cheer up, Vicky. I mean, with all this gorgeous meat strolling around, you have no right to be wearing a face like that.
Sorry, I was just thinking about someone.
For crying out loud, Vicky, will you forget about Gil Prescott? I mean, this is New Year's Eve.
I wasn't thinking about Gil.
What'd you say?
I said I wasn't thinking about Gil.
Well, good. So who were you thinking about?
You'll laugh.
Probably, but try me anyway.
Peter.
Vicky, that is funny.
I don't think so.
Well, to each his own.
Believe it or not, I asked him out for tonight.
Oh, let me guess. He decided he'd rather stay home with his mommy, right?
You got it.
Vicky, what are you gonna learn with this guy? Forget about him. You're robbing the cradle with him. I know, he's my nephew. Just give him a rest.
Nancy, I like him. He's a nice guy, and he's different.
Yeah, well, different covers a lot of territory, sweetie, and all of it's strange in Peter's case with a capital S. I don't know about your taste in men.
If I'm not mistaken, it looks like I'm still doing better than you, Nancy.
And what's that supposed to mean?
Why don't you turn around and find out?
Hey, Sugar. Long time no see.
Oh, no.
Hey, what do you say we split this joint and go over to my place?
Why don't you open a window and look out a little too far?
Does that mean no?
Mimi, are you sure you want to go through all this tonight?
Do anything you want to do tonight.
Oh, really? Well, great. I want you to hold on to that thought because later on I'm going to take you. How's that? Hey, let's go here. There you go. All the comforts of home, wouldn't you say?
Not quite.
No? Well, we'll improvise once we get home.
Hey, you guys sure you don't want to watch TV? Watch the golden ball drop? Still time?
I'll tell you what, Peter, watching thousands of frozen people getting their feet stepped on in Times Square is not exactly my idea of a whole lot of fun.
Yeah, well, I guess there's always next year.
Yeah. Hey, these are great hors d'oeuvres, Terry.
What?
They're excellent.
Oh, thank you.
Laurie, you want one? You haven't even tasted one yet.
No, thanks.
You sure? You haven't touched your drink either.
Yeah, I'm not really thirsty.
Hey, did I tell you guys, I saw crazy Mrs. Long down at the supermarket today, and I thought they put her away years ago. Anyway, Mr. Casalo, the manager, he caught her. She was sneaking out the front door. She shoplifted 2 turkeys, had them under her coat. Now, is that incredible?
That's something, Peter.
Yeah.
Hey, Laurie, isn't that the same woman you told me once chased you down the street with a stick because you cut through her backyard?
Yeah, you remember the lady who used to shoot the neighbor's dogs with a BB gun? What a loon.
It's not funny, Peter. She's a sad old lady who deserves your sympathy, not your ridicule.
I didn't mean anything by that.
Terry, I cannot tell you how much I'm looking forward to your dinner tomorrow.
I'm glad. Weatherman said it might snow tonight. I just hope that those people driving home from parties will be extra careful. Drinking and driving is a dangerous enough thing as it is, but to have bad weather on top of it. I'm sorry. You're gonna have to excuse me.
Do something,
Mom?
Ben. Do something.
Peter, go out and take care of your mother. Now, just relax. Everything's under control. Your mother's fine, and so are you. Now, just relax. Take some deep breaths.
Maybe she needs me right now.
No.
Maybe I should go up to
Peter
her.
is up there with her. Your mother is fine. Now, I need you here with me. Please, just stay right here. Okay.
Your hand. Ben, I'm scared.
I'm right here. There's no reason to be. With God's help, there is nothing the two of us can't overcome. Nothing. And I promise you that this new year is going to be a happy one for both of us. I promise you.
We'll take a cup of Tiger's Head for old lang syne. Happy New Year's, darling.
May it be your last, you old toad.
Oh, Nancy, it's basically harmless.
Happy New Year, ladies. Here you go.
Why, Gil Prescott, you sly old dog.
Happy New Year, Nancy.
Well, is that all I get, a handshake when all these women are getting kisses?
Yeah, my lips are real tired, Nancy. I'm sorry. But thanks anyway. Hey, Vicky, don't go. Listen, let's stop the silly feud and start off the new year right, huh? How about a New Year's kiss?
It may have been silly from the start, Gil, but it's serious now. Get lost.
Fine.
If only he had reason to believe you.
What do you mean?
Oh, come off it, Vicky. Your threats are so meaningless. I mean, you haven't even done anything. He has no reason to think you're gonna hurt him.
Well, that's where he's wrong. Very wrong.
I miss you, Scott. Oh, how I miss you. Someday we'll be together again. I love you. I always will.